Hey, Alan Smith here again. We're back. AskTheTrucker.com, TruckingSocialMedia.com, and like I said earlier, we are still on our way back to Fort Lauderdale from Nassau on the first annual Lady Truck Driver Cruise.
Yeah.
Queen of the high seas, right? So
that's right.
With me now is Lori Baker, a veteran, a driver of 8 years, and a member of the Real Women in Trucking organization. And Lori, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
How you been liking the cruise?
I loved it. It's been absolutely over the top.
It's been fascinating. We had a good turnout too. We've had what, maybe 25 or so here, maybe more.
A little bit more, I think.
I think so. I even lost count, but it's been a good time. How did you like it? Our first stop was the Grand Turks Island.
Oh.
Then we went to the Dominican Republic and then Nassau today. So
it's been incredible. It's been incredible.
It's been great. So, well, listen, tell me now. You've been driving 8 years, right? What do you drive? What kind of work do you do?
I have flatbed, OTR, or I was at OTR. Primarily OTR is what I've been doing. Some construction, some tanker. But the last 2 years have been, well, 3 years have been flatbed.
That can be hard work.
Yes, definitely.
You get up there and some tarp and chain and everything else. Huh?
Yeah, I got a broken wing over it.
Oh man, but you like it.
I love it.
Liking it.
I do.
Well, let me ask you, what brought you to the Real Women in Trucking organization?
Real Women in Trucking, I was introduced by a young lady, one of the other members, Allison. She's a flatbed driver, but they brought me in. I wanted to be in a place where I could talk to other women that dealing with the things that we deal with, which is from everything from figuring out how to change a light bulb or how to pack and summarize your truck or how to winterize your truck. Everything. We used to talk once a week, and then that was just the way it went. And so we bonded some really good relationships with other girls, people that I felt like I had some camaraderie with, or at least could bond with.
Well, okay, you've been driving 8 years. What brought you into trucking? How did you get into driving?
Sure. Well, I have a past. I have a history. And a part of my history didn't give me good jobs. People took advantage of me, then they give me less jobs. Well, it was worse in the non-trucking business than it's been in the trucking business, which I've been through a whole lot of crazy people thinking, oh, we're not going to pay her. Oh, we're going to pay her. No, we're just going to pay her half of what she needs to get paid. Or because you have a history, because you're a girl, now we're not going to pay you near what you need to get paid. Well, I went to, I found Real Women in Trucking, and I found mercyheart.org. Mercy Heart was an institution of people going back and giving to the families of inmates. So they had a Bible study and a dinner on like Thursday nights in the Fort Worth area. And so while I was in prison, I called and said, look, I need a place to stay. They said, well, we don't do that. We work with families. It's like, yeah, okay. Well, and so I got my family involved. They get involved, and then when I came out, then I've been involved every day since. Yeah, it's been a really good opportunity. And what they did for me was they had other people that had been to prison and that were trying to make it sober, crime-free, everything that you would hope would have a connection. And Real Women in Trucking has been the very same way. I've had a place to be. Not necessarily that I was always out there sharing with people about my history, but I just wanted to have a place to be a viable asset to society and to my family as well.
Okay, and mercyheart.org gave that to you.
Yeah, well, along with, all these other facets.
Everything kind of coming together.
Right.
So you help. So you kind of have a ministry on the road yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and also I go back into the prisons now after a year of being out.
You do?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I get to go back in and share some experience, strength, and hope with the other people that they can come out and live a free life and have a really good career.
Well, especially for women, too. Because you visit the men in prison too, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you told me?
Well, we take with Mercy Heart, we go in to different prisons in the Texas area, and we take their caregivers and the children back in to say a day with mom or a day with dad, and then we give scriptures, we have fun activities, some life skills, some initiatives, some things to get them to think about, where they've been, how they've done, and how they've impacted their kids and their caregivers' lives. And really try to bring it all together and also incorporate God as an inspiration or a motivation to get involved in their life with the relationship with them.
Oh, I think that's great.
Thank you.
That's great.
Really awesome.
So trucking, well, you can say trucking has been a blessing for you.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Even on my worst day, it's a blessing. There's been times when, I didn't really want to be an over-the-road trucker. I wanted to be local and be close to my family, my grandkids, so and so. And that wasn't in the cards for me. I ended up being an over-the-road trucker and then just zooming into a pilot one day in Oklahoma City, I think it was, and there's a guy over there whose teammate has had a heart attack. He's got nothing, and so I don't do anything but just follow my intuition, if you will. Go in, talk to the manager, bring the manager out. He sets him up with shower, food, and coffee. I mean, and it's just like all the time things are working like that. Even here.
Yeah.
Even here on this boat, it's been that way.
Well, everybody needs somebody, needs something. You're helping those out there, just like the person just said at the truck stop. What about Lori Baker? What about when Lori Baker needs somebody?
Oh man, I got a list of phone numbers. Yeah, and I do meditation and I exercise and I eat healthy. Well, not as healthy as I've been on this boat.
Well, none of us have. That's part of it.
Man, I've justified and rationalized just about everything out here. Oh, anyway, but normally those are the things that are very important in my life, and as well as driving, and so I try to coordinate all of that, which is something else that I think is really important, is teaching people how to exercise, teaching people how to care for themselves, and it's important, and you got to have a place to call, you got to have a place to go when things get up to here, that you don't have to be there alone. And I think that's the most important thing, is to find that person and that relationship that will help you get past those days when it doesn't feel all right.
So you can do that through mercyheart.org. And are you on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that? What's your Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook is Lori Huskerson Baker.
And Twitter?
Twitter is Trucker Lori B.
Trucker Lori B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you sitting down, and it's been great getting to meet you and know you and everything. And I guess we'll be in Fort Lauderdale at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let me ask you this in closing. So many people can see this video, not even in trucking. You really never know who's going to see the trucking. A young girl out there, a young lady thinking about trucking, what would be your message to her?
If you have a desire in your heart and you think this is really what you want to do, you really need to reach out and do some research, find some girls, because we're out there and we're on the web, we're everywhere. Find some people who that is what you end up feeling in your heart. You start feeling it. Oh yeah, and you get the feedback from other people, and maybe you hear something. go ahead and get the research and follow your heart. If it is for you, and you get out there and you get into a truck driving school, make sure that you give Desiree a call, or Real Women in Trucking, and try to get in touch with some of us who know what happens when you're out there, because there's a lot of things that happen. But it's a wonderful career. You just got to get in there and do it.
All right, good advice. Lori Baker, check out mercyheart.org, and you're working on building a website.
Yes.
Continue that too. So check her out on Facebook and Twitter, and again, mercyheart.org, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Lori. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll see you.
All right.
Good night.